Good morning, children. Today we are going to see the topic Man and Environment from 9th Standard Geography. This is the part 3. Population. Human beings are important to develop the economy and society. The Latin word populus means people. Population is the total number of people living together in a particular place at the given point of time. Yes, the people of a country is the asset for the development. If the people are having more knowledge and they have the knowledge to convert the raw materials into a finished product, then the minerals which is present on their country can develop very easily. So people playing a very important role for the development of the economy as well as the society. So here the population means the total number of people living together in a place in a given period of time. So that is called as population. Population growth. It is easy to add but difficult to maintain. Yes. Whoever comes from the rural area towards the urban cities, it is very easy for us to add them as one of the number. But it is difficult to maintain in the purpose of we cannot be able to provide them the basic facilities like pure drinking water, fresh air, and also the house for rent in a very cheap rate. So population is a dynamic phenomenon, changeable condition where the number, distribution and composition are constantly changing. The number means the person living in a particular area for a period of time, and distribution means it may vary from plateaus, mountains, peaks and even in the ice cap region. And composition, the sex ratio of male and female may differ. After their marriage they may be moving from one place to another and also in search of job, education, higher education and many other purposes. So the population for a particular area is not a constant after 5 years or 10 years. So it is a dynamic process. About the time of Industrial Revolution, it began to increase rapidly. Yes, the population is for most of the human history, births have only slightly exceeded deaths every year. As a result, human population grow slowly. So, after the Industrial Revolution, it began to increase rapidly, very fast. Until then, the population is under the number only. Natural increase. Natural increase of population is the difference between the birth rate and the death rate. For example, per day, if 100 birth is occurring means the death rate should also be in 100 in number. If there is a slightly changes means the automatically the population may increase. In fact, population is always increasing but only in very rare cases it may decrease through natural or man-made disasters. Yes, always the population is increasing only because the birth rate is constant and the death rate is reduced because of modern medical facilities. So it is a very rare cases to decrease the population by natural calamities like famine, landslides, earthquakes, tsunami, epidemics and extreme weather conditions. So far in the last year we have seen in our daily life about more people were dead because of this epidemic disease. So now in the world the population may be reduced. So it is a very rare cases for a period of time. Population change. Population change refers to an increase or decrease in the population of an area influenced by the number of births, deaths and migration. The projected population for 2025 and 2050 is about 8 billion and 9 billion respectively. Yes, in the previous slide we have seen that population is a dynamic process. Yes, because of decrease in the population of an area influenced by the number of birth, death and migration. Number of birth means the daily how many child are born in a day, and death how many people were dead during a day. And the migration means the person moving from one place to another place. The migration within the country does not change the number of, that means the total number of population, but when it is happening from other country to our country means there will be definitely changes in the population. So the projected population for 2025 is 8 billion and 2050 9 billion. But it is the projected only. It is just by guessing the population we have given. But because of this epidemic disease in the last year, we cannot predict that this population will be reached within 2025. Population growth. Population growth refers to an increase in the number of people who reside in a particular area during a particular period. Population increases when there is more births and immigration. It decreases when there are more deaths and emigration. Yes, the population growth means it will generally happens to the city alone, because maximum the person will be moving from his or her place in search of job, education, medical facilities and other facilities whatever they needed. So the people who are living here maybe changed his position after 10 years. That means after completing their education, they will be moving to another place. So the population growth refers to an increase in the number of people in a particular period in a particular area alone. It is not a constant that they will be residing there alone. After the marriage, they may change, or in search of business or a job or a transformation of job to another place. So they will be changing from one place to another place. So when, for example, Chennai is considered as one of the place where all the people can seek the job, medical facilities and education. But now due to corona, we have changed our place. That means the population in Chennai now is reduced. So the growth of population depends upon the peaceful in that particular place. So population increases when there is more birth and immigration. When the birth rate is very high per day means it will be having the population growth, and immigration means the person who is coming from other places. It decreases when there are more death and emigration. It decreases means it will be reduced in population by the number of death and emigration moving from here to another country or another place. So the population growth depends upon the facilities whatever the people needed in a particular area for a particular period. Distribution of population. Population distribution refers to the way in which people are spread out across the Earth's surface. The world population is not uniformly distributed. owing to the following factors: physical factors, historical factors, and economic factors. Yes, distribution means the people are distributed unevenly according to the resources present in that particular area. Population is seen in all the places, in all the areas on the earth surface. It may be the ice cap region, that is polar region, or a temperate zone where the America, Europe and China is located, and the tropical zone where Africa, India and Singapore, Malaysia is located. So the people will be distributed in all the places. The world population is not uniformly distributed because the land surface is playing a very important role for the population distribution. The first factor for the population distribution is the physical factors. When the people is highly engaged in a particular area, or when the people is not able to settle in that area, is depending upon the physical factors include temperature. When it is very high cold, the people cannot survive that. When there is an extreme hot climate, the people cannot survive that. And the rainfall, soil. Soil is playing a very important role for the cultivation of crops or planting trees. If the soil is poor, means the population will not be engaged in any primary activities. So the people will not be able to survive there. The relief features. The relief features is nothing but the physical features whatever is present on the earth's surface. The physical features means the mountain, plateau, hills and the plain region. So when the people living on the mountain will not prefer to live there for a long years. So they will be moving to the plain region. And water. Water is playing a very important role for the survival of human being. Without water, we cannot do any work at all. So water is very essential for our daily purposes. Natural vegetation. Natural vegetation means it is nothing but from small grass to the height of the tree. Very high trees. So the natural vegetation playing a very important role as raw materials for many industries. Distribution of minerals. The secondary activities will be playing an important role with the availability of minerals and also the resources which is present on that particular area. According to the distribution of minerals, the people will be engaged in industries. So the population distribution will be very less or high according to the distribution of minerals. Availability of energy resources. The energy, whatever we are extracting from sunlight, air and water should be very much available in that particular area. According to that also the population distribution affect that particular place. Historical factors. The second factor which affect the population distribution. Already in the physical factors, the people will be seeing the distribution of minerals and also the region, whether it is a plain or a plateau. Though it is a plain region, the people will not be preferred to stay when the country is in a constant war and constant invasions. When there is no peaceful, the people will not be developed themselves as well as the society, and accordingly it depends the country's economy. So when there is no development means automatically they will be moving from that place. So the population distribution in that particular area will be reduced. Economic factors is the third factor for the population distribution. Economy plays a very important role for the people to survive in that particular area. Whether the standard of living is very high or low, they should have the confidence that they will earn some amount of money when they stay in that place. So the economy plays an important role. Educational institutions. When there is more educational institutions, the teachers, the professors will be engaged, and also the non-teaching staff will be engaged in that, so that they will be earning according to their level. And more employment opportunities. If the place is having the more employment opportunities means automatically the distribution of population will be very high. So the population growth will be very high in that particular area. The coastal regions are very much highly distributed with more population because it is having all mode of transport, and also the employment opportunities is very much visible. It may be in a very lower level or a medium or a higher level. Manufacturing industries, yes, because of the development of the industries, the agricultural processes is impossible in the cities. So they will be starting more industries for the development and for the benefit of the human being. When there is more industry started means automatically the employment opportunities will be very high, and it will develop the living standard of the people. Trade and commerce. Trade means the export and import. The people will be engaged in trade as well as commerce, so that they will be earning more amount of money which they can be able to live in that particular area, though the standard of living is very high. Density of population. Density means the people who live in a particular area will be in a very higher level than the expected people. If the area is able to have the people of 100 means it will be provided with 300 in number in that particular area. So that is considered as density. அடர்த்தின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Density of population. Density of population refers to the number of people living per square kilometer. Yes, living per square kilometer. How the population density is calculated means total population divided by total land area. So, for example, if Chennai we are taking means Chennai is having all the facilities, the physical factors, economic factors as well as the historical factors. Here, though we are living in a plain region, here there is no war and constant invasion and other disturbances to live peacefully in Chennai. So many people will be preferring to settle in the city where they can find all the facilities. So the density of population will be very high in that particular area alone. So that is considered as density of population. There is a great difference between distribution and density. Distribution means the people can be seen in all the places, but density means the person in a particular area will be very high. In some other places, the people will be in a very less number. So that is considered as density. And the density is divided into three categories as areas of high density, areas of moderate density and areas of low density. Areas of high density means the people above 50 per square kilometer will be living in the particular area, and areas of moderate density means 10 to 50 people will be living, and areas of low density means less than 10 people. For example, to understand very clearly, high density means in a class Already we will be accommodated up to 35 to 40 students. But when we are in a position, we are compelled to join the class means we will be adding another 2 classes. So it will be very congested. So in a provided area, only 40 students can sit very peacefully and learn their subjects very interestingly. When other 80 students were included means they will be finding difficult in survival. They cannot breathe properly and they will be congested and they will be having sweating, etc. Same the condition in the particular area. That means they will not be having the basic facilities, drinking water and the drainage facilities, and the rented house will be in a very high rate. So etc problems will be seen. And the areas of moderate density means 10 to 50 people in a class. If the 40 people are able to accommodate means we will be having 30 numbers so that they can live and sit peacefully and they can do their work very easily. And areas of low density means less than 10 people per square kilometer. During Saturdays, maximum the students will be taking leave. So in that time, the students out of 40, if they are coming as 20 students means they will be sitting on their own. So they will be distributed according to their own. So that is considered as areas of low density. Thank you, children. Today we have seen about the population growth and population distribution and density of population. I hope you could have enjoyed this video. Thank you, children.